Most errors in pickleball happen in this area of the court, which is called the transition zone. So today I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about playing pickleball in the transition zone in under 5 minutes. Let's get into it. Now, first I want to talk about the goal of the transition zone. Now remember, the most offensive and best place to play in pickleball is right up at the kitchen line. So the goal of any shot in the transition zone should be to get you and your partner to the kitchen line. Now let's talk about good mechanics of a reset. Now I want to start from the ground up, meaning your base. So it is very important that when you go to hit a reset that you do something called a split step. This is when you see players stop, kind of get in an athletic stance and get balanced. Making sure that you're balanced before you hit a reset is key to hitting a good one. Now, a common misconception that people have with a split step is that they think that you should split step when they see the ball coming back at you. But let me tell you, if you do that, you're too late. You really need to split step right before you see your opponents contact that ball. That gives you enough time to adjust either left, right, front, or back to get in the best position you can to hit their shot. So make sure that you split step right before you see your opponent contact the ball. Next, I want to talk about bending your knees. Now, when you're resetting a ball, it's very important that you're absorbing pace, because remember, you're trying to finesse a shot over the net. So in order to absorb pace, you really need to bend your knees, get a wide base, and get really low. That's gonna help you be more in control of where your reset is going. The next thing I want to talk about is your paddle positioning. If that ball is coming down, you're gonna want your paddle face open, meaning facing the sky. Now, I know that gets really scary. People think, oh, I'm gonna pop it up. But here's the deal. When you swing at a reset, it's not really a swing at all. You're just absorbing the pace and you're moving the paddle as little as possible. I almost think of it almost more like a shoulder shrug than an actual swing. Because remember, you're wanting to grab that ball and control it so you can make your opponents hit a more defensive shot. So if you do that, you really don't need any type of backswing at all. Which brings me to the follow through. Again, unlike typical swings that have a follow through, a reset is not gonna have a big follow through, if any. Now, there are two types of follow throughs I see on a reset. If you're hitting a reset with the ball coming off the bounce, you're actually gonna need a little bit more follow through because that ball has hit the ground, it's lost some pace. So if that ball bounces, you're gonna have a very slightly little follow through. Almost think of it like your paddle's guiding the ball in the direction you want it to go. If that ball's coming at you and it's not bouncing, you're taking it out of the air, that's a ball you really want to loosen your grip on and not have any follow through, if any, okay? You really are just absorbing the pace. So much of a successful reset is understanding what your opponents are doing. Remember, there are two shots in pickleball, hitting down and hitting up. So if you see your opponents on the other side of the kitchen line and they're about to hit down on the ball, that should signal to you, get your paddle down really low, absorb that ball, have a very loose grip, and make sure you use that anticipation to your advantage. The reset isn't the only thing you should be thinking about in the transition zone, but you should be attacking balls that are at or above net level. If you see your opponent at the kitchen line and they're having to hit that defensive ball and hitting up on it, then you can get ready for what we would call an attack in the transition zone. That means that ball is sitting above net height and you can really actually counterattack. Now here's the key. If you're positioned mid-court or back, if that ball is coming at you net height, that ball's going out. So it's really important that if you decide to attack in the transition zone, you're only attacking in the mid-court to the kitchen line area. That's where if you see that green ball, then you go and attack it.
Oh, hey, if you're watching this channel, it probably means that you really like pickleball. And if you really like pickleball, you probably want to get better at it, which means you should enroll in my free Mastering the Dink video series. What's gonna happen is you're gonna click the link below and I'm gonna send you one video to your inbox every single day for the next 15 days with a tip that's going to level up your dinking. Now back to the video.
Now, if you want to develop extra feel and control for the ball during your resets, then try this drill. This is the double tap tap reset drill. One of you is going to be in the transition zone, the other person is going to be hitting shots from the kitchen. If you're in the transition zone, you have to catch the ball, tap it on your paddle, and then hit a drop back to the person at the kitchen. This is an extremely difficult drill, but it helps you have that really soft grip in order to absorb pace off the ball. Plus, it forces you to have the control to be able to aim a drop right after.
If you like this video, make sure you give me a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.